back to Tell the Truth channel. Please like, share my content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and what other content that y'all go on. I appreciate that very much. I am in Jesus and Jesus is in me. All right, this is a part two to the part one of that video I just did about the teenagers having children. All right, this is the part two to that. What I'm saying here is when you talk to your children and tell them that you don't want them to have no children at an early age. Some of your children, when you talking to them and they'll speak right out and say, "Well, I'm not gonna have no kids." And then you say, "What you mean you're not gonna have no kids?" "I don't want to have no children." And then you say, "Yeah, that's what you say. You say you ain't gonna have no children. That's what you say." And they saying, "Well, that's what I'm saying, Mom. That's what I'm saying, Dad. I mean what I'm saying. I'm not gonna have no children." And then the parents say, "Yeah, okay, we'll see." And as that child get grown, and that child is living their lives as they get grown, and they out there, they having intercourse or whatever, and they are protecting themselves. Truly, they are protecting themselves because, like they saying, once you talk to your children about birth controls and all of that, they literally protect themselves. So when you hear some of your children say at an early age, because when they like 14 and 15 and all that stuff, they say, "I'm not going to have kids." You have some of your children say, "I'm not going to have no children." And they really do not have children. Now they be up in their what? They get up in their 20s, 30s and all that, and they still don't have no children. Because you have some children just don't want to deal with no kids. So they don't want to have it. And it ain't always that they have to have something wrong with their organs because they don't have no children. It's just the point that they just don't want to have children. Now you have some that do have something wrong with their organs because it's always somebody in the family that they inherit from that cannot bear children. It runs like that in the family. You always have somebody in the family that just cannot bear children. And then you have some that's probably having a problem with their organs and they trying to figure out why they not having children, because you have children that grow up and they not on birth controls and they out there having intercourse and they grown like in their 20s and 30s and all that, and they grown and they trying to figure out why they have not even bear a child in the world. What's going on? And they thinking that they can't have no children unless they go to the doctor and find out that it's not always the case of the woman not bearing a child. Is that the man could be having problems with his organ. That could be why the girl can't bear the child in the world. Or sometimes it can be the woman that's having a problem with her organs and the doctors got to do something to help her, get back on track. See, that's the point y'all got to understand here. It's always a reason why things happen when it comes to, bearing babies in the world. It can always be the man's size and it always can be the woman's problem. That's what y'all got to look at. So it's always best to go get yourself checked out thoroughly before you decide to have a child, so you won't blame the other person, and you blame the other person. Once y'all both get checked out, then y'all will find out why the other person can't have a child and why you can't have a child. Because you got to look at this too. You got to look at that sometimes a man can go out there and get himself sterile so he won't have children and won't even tell a woman that he done went out there and got sterile. He would not tell a woman that. Some men would not do it. They want to keep that to themselves. Because you know why? Sometimes they want to catch a woman up. Because there's so many women's out here that be sitting up here trying to get these men locked up, not going to jail, locked up, but trying to get them pregnant, and then going out here telling these men that I'm pregnant, and then the wiser that she thinking she got pregnant by this man and find out that that's not even the man's baby because he's sterile, and then the chick looking stupid. And the man done got her caught up. So that's what most of these men are doing out here now these days. They getting sick and tired of women's trying to catch them up, trying to get them pregnant. Cause they mostly these women's out here is mostly going after rich mans, trying to get these rich mans to get them pregnant. And these rich mans is going out here getting themselves sterile so they can make sure that whoever they mess around with, and this person talking about that they pregnant, and this man done got himself sterile because he ain't finna have no children. If he done buried all his kids at that time, he ain't finna bear nobody else kids. He not finna have no kids, so he go get sterile. So this woman to be calling herself trying to, catch him up. And the man, then she go out there and she has sex with this man, and then she go out there and have sex with another man, and then she end up getting pregnant, and then she trying to tell this man this his baby, and then the man come out and break her face and tell her, no, you're not, that's not my baby because I'm sterile. And that's what happened. Women's got to understand now that man's is getting wise now. They very getting wise on this now because they getting tired of women's trying to get them caught up. So ladies, y'all gotta understand these men's not stupid anymore. They waking up. They waking up. They not stupid anymore. They know it's a lot of gold diggers out here now. And after they make their babies with their wives or their girlfriends or whatever, and they decide that they want to keep playing out there and they want to mess around or whatever, and they done got their stuff stirred because them the ones that do it. The men that out there that want to keep messing around and playing around, they get themselves stirred because they know these women's, these gold diggers out here is what you call them? These ladies that come out, I forgot the name of them, that come out here and they will marry you or be with you until they get your money and all that. I forgot the name of what you called them, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Like they got gold diggers and they got the other ones out here, but I forgot the name of them right now. But anyway, these men out here are covering themselves now. They are covering themselves from these gold digging women's now. Because they know that these gold digging women's out here is out just for the money. They know they out here for the money. So now they covering themselves. So if they mess around with any women's, and they mess around on their girlfriend or their wives or whatever they do wrong, and they out there doing it, and these women's trying to get money out of them, trying to get them caught up, trying to make them lose their marriage or try to break up with their girlfriends or whatever, they done already got themselves, they got themselves covered. And when these women come up to them and say, well, I'm pregnant, and then the man said, well, you ain't pregnant by me. And then she say, well, who I'm pregnant by? You better go ask another nigga that you just slept with because your sure ain't pregnant by me. And the man tell her, look, I got sterile. And if you don't believe me, we can go to the doctor and I can prove it to you that I am sterile. So you ain't got pregnant by me. That's not my child. And the chick just looking stupid. Then she got to pick her face up and put it back on her face. She got to pick her face up off the ground and put it back on her face because the man done bust her face and made her look stupid. So that's what's going on out here now. These men are becoming the wiser now. They not finna sit up here and get caught up like they used to get caught up. They tired of taking care of babies that they don't want. So now they protecting themselves now. So that means that if they married, that woman can't break up that marriage, because if she go to his wife, he can say, I don't know what you're talking about because I never seen this woman in my life. And she go to his wife and say, well, your husband got me pregnant. And her husband gonna say, well, I ain't got you pregnant because I'm sterile. So how did you get pregnant by me? Because I'm sterile. So you ain't get pregnant by me. You must got pregnant by somebody else. But the wiser is that she did get him caught up with his wife because she went to the wife and told her that she was pregnant. So that let her know that he was out there having sex with this woman, even though he got himself covered. She still bust the bubble and that brought a wedge between him and his wife or his girlfriend because that's what he did. So he really had sex with her, even though he didn't get her pregnant, but he did have sex with her. And that's what, brought a wedge between the wife and the relationship. That's what's going on now. So these men got to understand that if you don't want no children, if you don't want to get caught up, keep your thing in your passes, and you won't get caught up. You won't get caught up, but you will know for a fact that if a woman sit up here and say that you pregnant, that they pregnant by you, you know for a fact that they not pregnant by you because you got yourself sterile. So there ain't nothing they can say about that. They're making themselves look stupid. That's letting you know that you got a slut on your hands that's sleeping around with everybody. And to let that go. Y'all fans know. That's how that goes. So, like I said, it's a lot of women out here that want kids, and there's a lot of women out here that say when they get older, they're not going to have kids, and they don't. They really and truly don't have kids. It don't have nothing to do with their hormones or none of that. They just don't want to have kids. They don't want to deal with the burden. They don't want to. I'm going to put it like this. Women that don't want to have kids wants to keep their money in their pockets. They want to go on trips. They want to do whatever they want to do. They don't want no babies, falling up behind them, whining and crying. They don't want to deal with that. So they don't have no children because they don't want to deal with that. They want to keep their body in shape. They want to keep their body just like it is. So a lot of women don't want to have kids because they don't want to, lose their body. They want their body to stay the same. And then you got women out here just cannot bear kids. That's why they don't have them. Because you got some out here just cannot bear kids. And that's the way it is. So that's what I want to talk to y'all about. That's how it's going out here in the world. That's how it is. You got women that have kids, that want to have kids. You got women out here that don't want to have kids. You got men out here that all of a sudden covering themselves now so they don't have to worry about these gold digging women trying to sit there and get them caught up. So that's what they're doing now. So this is what I wanted to talk to y'all about. Thank y'all for listening to me. Jesus love you. Father love you. The Holy Ghost, the angels, the ancestors, and I love y'all. And I will be back to talk to y'all again soon. Y'all have a good day and a blessed day. Oh, and the Black Widows. That's what I was trying to call out. The Black Widows.